Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night as the home teams win out and retain control of their respective regions. KOTT News were on the scene throughout the night, starting in Reekwater, where Nirvana representatives were able to give a comment. Congratulations on your victory here in Reekwater, holding off the HBM sewage department who were here registering complaints about the sewage. Is there anything you'd like to comment on tonight's outcome?
We put together a good roster. HBM also had a good roster. It was a good fight. I think everyone was looking forward to it. That's what we like, having good competitive wars. They got to the fort. Some of them trickled through to the gates every now and then, but mostly we held the gates pretty well.
Excellent. Is there anybody whose efforts out there you might want to highlight tonight?
I'll give a shout out to Schmeck, our repairman, and there's another repairman who will remain silent because I don't want everyone to know his name, so he gets targeted less. But Schmeck is, I think everyone knows Schmeck is repairing, so I'm happy to mention his name.
Is there anything else you might be able to tell the citizens of Eternum about the future of Reekwater?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you asked, John. We have PvE buffs, gathering buffs, all the time in Reekwater. So buy a house here, take advantage of the gathering buffs, and do the town boards.
Later in Weaver's Fen, Gusto and the boys were celebrating their hold briefly before heading out for the late night event. Gentlemen, congratulations on your victory here in Weaver's Fen. I know you have to get going to get briefed up for your next fight tonight, but do you want to take us through what happened tonight?
Maybe his miss shot caller. I don't know what else is to say about it. We tightened up a lot of our strats and worked out great. We went up there.
Once, John, we didn't show up half cut.
Yeah. I think this taking a day off and drinking is really, I don't know. We're just doing great now.
As the night wound down, KOTT News were able to secure an interview with Tropical X leadership after they managed to maintain Morningdale. Congratulations on your victory out there tonight, holding the fort once again, maintaining control. It looks like CB4 might have been a little tired out there at first, but they really pushed through.
They came back and got into the fort. Fortunately for us, unfortunately for them, there wasn't enough time. But both teams absolutely killed it. It was a great war. Even if you weren't on the winning side, it was such a good war that I think everyone won.
Real fast, is there anybody on your team whose effort you might want to highlight?
You know what? It was pretty much everyone. But definitely want to highlight HBM. They are one of our strongest, if not the strongest ally, and they really helped us out. There's a lot of changes going on, so they've really been there to support us. So there isn't one specific person, but, obviously everyone at TropX, both that was in the war, outside the war, and then our friends over at HBM.
Looking at the weather today, and sure enough, the sun will rise and fall, giving light to the island once more. But after sunset, the dropping temperatures will embolden the corruption as they strike at 20% of the island. Another submission for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Tonight, the Syndicate forces of Anime Thigh Lovers assault the Covenant forces of Eviction Notice for control of the bear-infested deep forests of Brightwood. The newcomers of Anime Thigh Lovers trek into the Great Northern Woods and prepare for conflict. But will they all be running around in thigh-revealing outfits? The forces of Eviction Notice communed with the bears all summer long, but as the temperatures continue to dip, they're sure to be wearing long pants. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.